I remember the first day I saw Irene. He walked into the classroom. His shoes had big holes in them. His shirt was old and thin, but his smile was so bright. His smile filled the whole room. Everyone in the class looked at him. Some students laughed at his poor clothes. I did not laugh at him. Something in his eyes caught my attention. His eyes were full of dreams. He sat down next to me. "Hello, I am Irene," he said quietly. "I am Aaliyah," I answered back. That was the start of everything. We became friends very quickly. We talked every day at school. We walked home together every afternoon. The town was small and very quiet. We walked on the old dirt roads. We talked about all our dreams. "I want to be rich someday," he said. "I want to help my mother. I want to give you everything." My heart felt warm when he spoke. "What do you want?" he asked me. "I just want to be happy," I said. "I want to be with you forever." He gave me a big smile. "We will be together always," he promised. I really believed his words. I loved him so much. It was a pure and innocent love. But my life at home was different. My father had a terrible problem. He gambled all our money away. He lost everything we ever had. Our family had very big debts. Dangerous men came to our house often. They wanted all their money back. My father became very desperate and afraid. One night, he came to my room. "Aaliyah, you must help us," he said. "There is only one way out. You need to marry Julian now." Julian was a very rich man. He owned many big companies in town. He was cold and never smiled. I did not love him at all. I did not even like him. "But I love Irene," I cried out. "Irene has nothing," my father shouted loudly. "He cannot save this family. Julian will pay all our debts. You do not have a choice." My mother cried in the corner quietly. My little sister looked so scared. I looked at my broken family. They really needed my help. I had to save them all. The next day was cold and raining. I met Irene after school ended. He smiled when he saw me coming. He did not know what was coming. "Irene, we need to talk," I said. My voice shook when I spoke. "What is wrong?" he asked me. His face looked so worried and confused. I took a very deep breath. "I cannot wait for you anymore." The words came out so cold, but they were not true at all. "What do you mean?" he asked desperately. I heard his voice break completely. "You have no money, Irene," I said. "You have nothing to offer me now. I need a much better life." I watched his whole face change. The dreams in his eyes just died. Pain filled his entire face slowly. "Aaliyah, please do not say that," he begged. "I promise I will work very hard. I will make money for us both. Just give me a little time." I wanted to tell him everything then. I wanted to say the real truth. I wanted to tell him about father. I wanted to tell him about Julian, but I could not do it. "No, it is too late, Irene," I said. I already made my final choice. A big black luxury car came slowly. It stopped right next to us both. Julian was sitting inside the car. He looked at me through the window. His eyes looked very cold and mean. I opened the heavy car door. The rain fell much harder now. I looked back at Irene one time. He just stood there in the rain. Water ran down his whole face. Maybe it was just rainwater. Maybe some tears mixed in there too. I could not really tell anymore. I got into the luxury car slowly. The heavy door closed very tight. The car started to move away. I did not look back again. I could not look back at him. That was the last time ever. That was the day my heart broke. That was the day I lost everything. I saved my poor, struggling family, but I lost my own true self. I lost the boy I really loved. I lost all my young, sweet dreams. I lost my precious freedom completely. 3 months later, I became Julian's wife. I wore a long white dress, but I felt dead deep inside. My heart was dead and so cold. I thought about Irene all day long. I wondered where he was living now. I wondered if he still thought about me. I could never forget him ever. I never forgot his bright, warm smile. I never forgot his beautiful, big dreams. I never forgot the rain that sad day. That was 10 long years ago, but it feels just like yesterday. 10 years passed since that rainy day. Now I live in a very big house. The mansion has 20 rooms in total. Everything here costs a lot of money. I have diamonds on my neck. I have gold rings on my fingers. I have expensive dresses in my closet. I have a private driver every day. I have everything people dream about, but I have no freedom at all. Every morning, I wake up alone. The bed is soft and very big, but it feels cold like ice. Julian sleeps in another room always. He does not want me close. He just wants me to look beautiful. I go downstairs to eat breakfast. The dining room is huge and empty. I sit at the long table alone. A maid brings food on gold plates. The food tastes like nothing to me. Julian comes down after some time. He looks at me with cold eyes. "Wear the blue dress today," he says. "We have dinner with important people tonight." I nod my head without speaking. I learned not to argue back. Julian does not like my opinions. He does not ask what I want. "And fix your hair properly," he adds. "You look tired and very old." His words hurt me deep inside, but I do not show my pain. I just say, "Yes, Julian. This is my life now every day." Julian treats me like a beautiful object. I am just a trophy for him. I sit next to him at parties. I smile when he tells me to smile. I stay quiet when he talks. He calls me stupid very often. He says I am useless and dumb. "You are nothing without my money," he reminds me. "Your father sold you to me. You belong to me completely now." Sometimes I stand by the big window. I look out at the garden below. The grass is cut very short. Everything looks perfect and very neat, but it does not smell like anything. I remember the wild grass long ago. I remember walking with Irene in fields. The grass was tall and green. It smelled so fresh and alive. I felt free back then completely. Now I feel trapped inside these walls. The walls are covered with gold, but gold feels cold like prison bars. I cannot go anywhere without Julian. He decides everything for me always. Last week, I wanted to visit Mother. Julian said no immediately, without thinking. "Your family already took my money," he said. "They do not need you anymore." I cried in my room later, but I cried very quietly alone. Julian hates when I cry loudly. He says crying is weak and stupid. The worst part comes at night sometimes. Julian drinks a lot of alcohol. He gets angry about small, stupid things. Maybe I spoke too much today. Maybe I smiled at another man. Maybe I just looked at him wrong. He grabs my arm very hard. His fingers dig into my skin. "You are mine," he shouts close. "Do not forget that fact ever." The next morning, I see dark bruises. Purple marks cover both my arms. They hurt when I touch them, but I cannot show them to anyone. I wear long sleeves every single day, even in hot summer weather outside. People ask why I do this. I just like long sleeves. I lie. They look more elegant and nice. I look at myself in mirrors. I see a stranger looking back. She wears beautiful, expensive clothes, but her eyes look dead inside. Where did Aaliyah go away to? Sometimes I touch the bruises at night. The pain reminds me I am alive. This is the price, I tell myself. This is what I pay now. My family is safe because of me. My father does not gamble anymore. My mother has a nice house. My sister went to a good school. They are all safe and happy. That is what matters most, right? But at what cost to me? I gave up my dreams completely. I gave up my love back then. I gave up my freedom every day. I gave up my whole life itself. I stand by the window again. The sun goes down outside slowly. The sky turns red and orange. It looks beautiful but feels far away. I close my eyes for one moment. I see Irene's face in my mind. His bright smile fills my thoughts. His warm laugh echoes in my memory. His gentle hands held mine so softly. Does he remember me at all? Does he think about me sometimes? Does he know I never stopped? I never stopped loving him completely. A tear rolls down my face. I wipe it away very fast. Julian will come home very soon. I cannot let him see me cry. I am a prisoner in golden clothes. I am trapped in this big house. I am owned by a cruel man. This is my life now forever. Or so I thought back then. The charity gala started at 8 o'clock. The building was huge and very grand. Rich people filled every corner of it. Everyone wore expensive clothes and shiny jewelry. I stood next to Julian quietly. My dress cost more than a car. Diamonds hung around my neck heavily. My hair was perfect and very neat. I looked like a happy, rich wife, but inside, I felt completely empty. Julian talked to other rich men. They laughed about business and money. I smiled when Julian looked at me. I nodded at the right moments. This was my job at parties. This is my wife, Aaliyah, Julian said. He put his hand on my back, but his touch felt cold and hard. It was not love at all. It was control and pure ownership. I smiled at the strangers politely. "Nice to meet you," I said. My voice sounded sweet and very soft. Nobody saw the real me inside. Music played loud in the big room. The smell of perfume filled the air. People drank champagne from tall, thin glasses. Everyone looked happy and very important. Then I heard people whisper around us. "Did you hear the news today?" One woman said to another nearby. "There is a new millionaire here tonight." "Who is he?" the other asked. "His name is Irene something," she answered. "He made his money very fast. He started a big technology company. Now he is richer than most." My heart stopped beating for one moment. Irene, that name hit me like lightning. It could not be the same person. It could not be my Irene. But then the crowd moved apart. A man walked into the main room. He wore a perfect black suit. His shoes were shiny and very expensive. He walked with confidence, and real power. My whole body froze completely still. It was him. It was really him. Irene. He looked so different from before. His hair was cut short and neat. His face looked older and stronger. His eyes had a new hardness, but I knew those eyes immediately. He walked through the crowd slowly. People moved away to let him pass. Everyone wanted to see this man. Everyone wanted to talk to him. Then it happened without any warning. His eyes found mine across the room. Time stopped moving completely then. The music became silent in my ears. The people around us disappeared from view. There was only him and me. I saw the boy I once loved, the boy with holes in his shoes, the boy with big, beautiful dreams, the boy who promised me forever. And he saw me too clearly. I saw everything in his eyes. I saw the pain I caused him. I saw the years he spent alone. I saw that he never forgot me. And I knew he saw me too. He saw my empty marriage clearly. He saw the sadness in my face. He saw that I never stopped either. We did not speak any words. We did not move at all. But our whole worlds crashed together hard. 10 years fell away in seconds. We were back in the rain. We were back at that terrible moment. My heart broke again right there. His face did not change much, but his eyes told me everything. They said, "I still love you." They said, "I never stopped loving you." And my eyes answered back silently. They said, "I am so sorry." They said, "I never wanted this life." The moment lasted forever, and 1 second. Everything I lost came back to me. Everything I buried deep inside rose up. I could not breathe at all. Then I felt Julian's hand tighten. His fingers dug into my back. It hurt, but I did not move. "Who is that man?" Julian asked quietly. His voice sounded calm and very polite, but I heard the danger underneath. I heard the anger building up inside. "I do not know him," I lied. My voice shook when I spoke. Julian heard it shake too clearly. "You looked at him strangely," Julian said. His fingers dug deeper into my skin, like you know him very well. "I do not," I said again. He looks familiar somehow." Julian stared at Irene across the room. His eyes became very cold and mean. I knew that look too well. It was the look before the storm. Irene started to walk toward us. "No, please no. Do not come here. Julian will know everything if you come." But Irene did not stop walking. He came closer and closer to us. His eyes never left my face. My whole body started to shake. Julian felt it next to me. His hand became a tight, painful grip. "Smile, Aaliyah," Julian whispered in my ear. His voice was ice and pure threat. "Smile right now or you will pay." I forced my lips to smile, but tears wanted to fall down. I held them back with everything. Irene stopped a few steps away. He looked at Julian first carefully. Then his eyes came back to me. So much pain lived in that look. "Good evening," Irene said to Julian politely. His voice was deeper than before. "I am Irene Chen." Julian smiled his cold, fake smile. "Julian Hart," he said back. "This is my wife." The word wife hung in the air. It felt like a knife between us. I saw Irene's face change for 1 second. Pain flashed across his eyes quickly. "Your wife is very beautiful," Irene said. But he looked only at me, not at Julian at all. Julian's hand became even tighter on me. I felt my skin break underneath, but I did not make any sound. "Yes, she is," Julian said. "She belongs to me completely." The danger was everywhere around us. I needed to leave right now, before something terrible happened to everyone. "Excuse me," I said quickly. "I need to go somewhere." I pulled away from Julian fast. I walked away through the crowd. My legs shook under my dress. My heart beat too fast inside. I heard Julian call my name, but I did not stop moving. I could not stop at all. I needed air to breathe again. I needed to escape that moment. I needed to forget those eyes, but I knew I never could. The car ride home was silent. Julian sat next to me, very still. He did not say one word. He did not look at me once, but I knew what was coming. I knew it very well now. My whole body shook in the seat. My hands shook on my lap. I tried to stop the shaking, but I could not control it. The driver did not speak either. He looked straight at the road. He did not want to see anything. He did not want to know anything. The city lights passed by the window. They looked pretty and far away. I wished I could jump out. I wished I could run away fast. But the car doors were locked tight. Julian's silence was worse than his anger. The silence meant he was very angry. The silence meant I would pay tonight. Finally, we arrived at the mansion. The car stopped in front of the door. Julian got out without waiting for me. He walked into the house fast. I followed him slowly on shaking legs. My heart beat too loud inside. Please, I thought. Please let this night end. But it did not end well. Julian went straight to our bedroom. I walked in after him carefully. He turned around very fast then. "Close the door," he said. His voice was ice and pure hate. I closed the door with shaking hands. The click sounded like a prison lock. "Who was that man?" Julian asked. He walked closer to me slowly. "Tell me the truth right now." "I told you already," I said. My voice was so small. "I do not know him well." "Liar!" Julian screamed at me loud. His face turned red with anger. "I saw how you looked. I saw everything in your eyes." "Julian, please," I begged him softly. "Nothing happened at the party tonight." "That beggar!" Julian shouted even louder. "You still love that poor beggar. Even after 10 long years, he is not a beggar anymore," I said. The words came out by mistake. I should not have said them. Julian's eyes went dark and very cold. "So you do know him," he said. "You lied to me completely." He grabbed my arm very hard. His fingers dug into my skin. "Who is he to you?" he screamed. "Tell me right now or worse." "He was just a friend," I cried. "A long time ago, before I married you completely. A friend?" Julian laughed in a mean way. "I saw your face, Aaliyah. You looked at him with love." He pushed me backward, very hard. I fell against the wall behind. My head hit it with a bang. "You belong to me," he screamed. He came closer to me fast. "I bought you from your father. I paid all his gambling debts." "I know," I whispered through my tears. "I know that very well." "You have no right," Julian yelled. His hand went up in the air. "No right to love anyone else." Then his hand came down hard. The pain hit my face like fire. I fell down to the floor. The world spun around me fast. Julian did not stop there at all. He kicked my side very hard. "Worthless!" he screamed at me. You are nothing without my money. I curled up on the cold floor. I tried to protect myself somehow, but the hits kept coming down. Stupid. Kick. Useless. Kick. Mine. Kick. Finally, he stopped hitting me completely. He stood over me, breathing very hard. Remember this night well, he said. Remember who you belong to. Then he walked out of the room. The door slammed shut very loud. I lay on the floor alone. Everything hurt so badly inside. My face burned with pain everywhere. My side screamed when I breathed. I opened my eyes just a little. I saw broken glass near me. A mirror fell and broke completely. I saw my face in the pieces. Blood came from my lip slowly. My eye started to swell shut. Dark bruises covered my whole face. I looked like broken glass myself. Tears rolled down my face silently. They mixed with blood on the floor. I could not get up at all. I did not want to move. This was my life now forever. This was what I chose back then. This was the price I paid, but I could not survive this anymore. I knew it deep inside finally. This life would kill me very soon. I closed my eyes in the darkness, and I whispered his name so softly, Irene. His name was the only light left. His name was my last hope. Darkness swallowed me completely then, and I let it take me away. 3 days passed after that terrible night. My face still hurt very badly. Dark bruises covered my neck and arms. My eye was purple and swollen. I stayed inside the house those days. I did not go out anywhere. Julian went to work every morning. He did not say sorry once. He acted like nothing happened at all. But on the 4th day, I needed food. The kitchen had nothing left inside. I had to go out quickly. I put on dark sunglasses first. They covered my swollen eye completely. Then I wrapped a long scarf around my neck. The scarf was thick and very tight. It covered all the bruises well. I wore long sleeves too, obviously, and I put on a big coat. Nobody could see my skin anywhere. The small supermarket was close to home. It was late in the evening. Not many people shopped there then. That was good for me completely. I walked inside the store quietly. I kept my head down low. I did not want anyone to see. I just wanted milk and bread. Then I would go home very fast. I picked up a few things quickly. My hands shook when I reached. Everything still hurt when I moved. I walked to the checkout area. Only one person stood in line. I stood behind them and waited. Then that person turned around to me. My heart stopped beating completely then. It was Irene. Again. Here. Now. Aaliyah? He said, in shock and surprise. His eyes went wide when he saw. I wanted to run away immediately, but my legs would not move. I just stood there, frozen still. What are you doing here? I asked. My voice came out very small. I live near here now, he said. He stepped closer to me carefully. I looked for you every day. I wanted to see you again. You should not look for me, I said. I looked down at the floor. Please just forget about me completely. I cannot forget you, Aaliyah, he said. His voice was soft and very gentle. I never could forget you ever. Tears wanted to fall from my eyes, but I held them back with everything. Are you happy? Irene asked me quietly. Are you happy with your life? I wanted to say yes immediately. I wanted to lie to him, but my voice would not work. Yes, I finally said. but my voice shook when I spoke. I am very happy now. Aaliyah, please look at me, he said. He reached out his hand, slowly. No, I said fast. I stepped back from him. Do not come closer to me. But then it happened without warning. A cold wind came through the door. Someone walked into the store behind. The wind hit my face hard. My scarf moved in the wind. It slipped down from my neck. Irene saw everything then clearly. The dark, purple bruises on my neck, the finger marks on my throat, the marks that covered my skin. His face went white like snow. His eyes filled with horror completely. Aaliyah, he whispered. His voice broke when he spoke. What happened to you? I pulled the scarf up very fast. My hands shook badly when I moved. Nothing happened, I lied. I just fell down yesterday. No, Irene said. He shook his head hard. Someone did this to you. Someone hurt you very badly. He reached for my arm gently, but I pulled away from him. Do not touch me, I said. My voice was louder and filled with fear. Please do not look at me. Aaliyah, let me help you, he begged. His eyes filled with tears now. Let me take you away. Let me protect you from him. You cannot help me at all, I cried. Nobody can help me now. Yes, I can, he said. He stepped closer again, carefully. Come with me right now. Leave him tonight and come away. I wanted to say yes so badly. I wanted to run to him. I wanted him to save me. But then I thought of Julian. Julian would find me anywhere I went. Julian would kill us both completely. I have to go, I said. I moved away from Irene fast. I have to leave right now. Aaliyah. Wait, Irene called after me. Please do not go like this. But I could not stay there. Julian might find out somehow. Julian might see us together here. Julian would kill me if he knew. Goodbye, Irene, I said through my tears. Please forget about me this time. Then I ran out of the store. I left my things on the floor. I just ran as fast as possible. I heard Irene call my name, but I did not stop running. I could not stop at all. I had to get away fast. I had to escape this moment. I had to leave before everything broke. But I did not know then. I did not know what would come. I did not know that was goodbye. I ran out into the parking lot. My eyes were full of tears. I could not see anything clearly. I just wanted to run far away. The sky was dark above me. Then I felt the first drop. Rain started to fall down slowly, then it fell harder and very fast. The rain soaked through my clothes quickly, but I did not care at all. I just kept running forward blindly. I did not look where I went. I did not see the road ahead. I only saw Irene's face in my mind. I only heard his voice calling me. My feet moved fast on the wet ground. Water splashed under my shoes loudly. The parking lot was empty and very dark. Then I heard a loud, terrible sound. Tires screamed on the wet road. Brakes screeched in the rain hard. Someone shouted something at me desperately. I turned my head too late. A big truck came at me. The lights were bright and very close. I tried to move away fast, but my feet slipped on the water. I fell forward toward the road. The truck could not stop in time. Everything happened so fast then. Pain hit me like a wall. My body flew through the air. Then I crashed down on the ground. The world spun around me wildly. I heard more screaming somewhere far. The rain kept falling down hard. I lay on the cold, wet road. I could not move at all. Everything hurt so badly inside. The rain fell on my face. It mixed with my tears. It washed the blood away slowly. I heard footsteps running toward me. Someone was calling my name loudly. The voice sounded far away and broken. Aaliyah! Aaliyah! No! Please, no! It was Irene's voice crying out. I opened my eyes just a little. Everything looked blurry and very dark, but I saw him there. Irene fell down next to me. He put his hands on my face. His tears fell down on me. Stay with me, he begged me softly. Please do not leave me again. I tried to speak to him, but no words came out right. Only blood came from my mouth. I am so sorry, he cried. I am sorry for everything. I should have found you sooner. I wanted to tell him something. I wanted to say it was not his fault. I wanted to say I loved him. I always loved him completely. But I could not speak anymore. My hand moved just a little. I touched his face one time. His skin was warm under my fingers. Then I smiled at him softly. Because finally, I felt something new. Finally, I felt free at last. No more Julian waiting at home. No more beatings in the dark. No more hiding my bruises away. No more living in that prison. I was free now completely. The pain started to go away. The cold went away too slowly. Everything became warm and very light. Irene held me close to him. He rocked me gently in his arms. I love you, he whispered. I never stopped loving you ever. I heard his words clearly then. They were the last words I heard, and they were enough for me. The world went black around me. The rain became silent and soft. I felt myself float away somewhere, but I was not afraid anymore. I was going somewhere better finally, somewhere without pain or fear, somewhere I could be free. My last thought was of him, of Irene and his beautiful smile, of the boy I loved forever. Love does not die, I thought. It just waits for another life. The woman he forgot all those years, the woman he lost in the rain. She was the only woman he loved. She was the only one always. And now she was finally free. Thank you for listening with an open heart.